Hi, this is Tommy at Bird Street Studios back, and we're going to be working on our pink journal. And I think at the last time I said I was going to take the tags and the belly bands and the journal cards and sew around them, and I did. I put some pink thread in and uh, and got those sewed up. And so I also uh, cut out some ephemera, little pink, anything I could find that was pink. Um, and I thought we would use these all and some of the colored uh, things. Remember, this was our inspiration. Um, and decorate these, start decorating these. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Okay, so the first thing I did is we had the 3 belly bands here. And what I did is I went through, before I started the camera, I went through and I looked in each to see which papers we had in each different section, knowing that these two had the same papers and this had different, because I didn't want the belly bands to, the paper of the belly bands to match a paper in that signature. So that's what I did. So I went through here and like in this signature we have this paper, so I didn't want to put this belly band with this signature. I'm not sure why I didn't want to do that, but I just didn't want to. So I went ahead and put it over here, and then I knew that this didn't have this paper, and this paper is in this signature, so I think we're safe here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, since they're already sewn, I'm going to just trim them up if I need to trim them. Like this one is a little long, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit. And I sewed far enough up on the belly band just for that reason, to make sure that I could trim it. And I like my belly bands to be just a smidge shorter than the page. So we'll do the same thing here. Looks like we could just take a little bit off of here and maybe a little bit off the bottom. I did a zigzag around all these. Perfect. And I'm going to guess that this one is the same. Let's just take a little bit off. And then for these, I'm going to go ahead and use the art glitter glue, and just do them across the top and the bottom. Oh, something else too was when I was putting the belly bands on, I realized that I had to look inside to see which direction, make sure all the papers were going in the right direction, and I did have one wrong. Oh, and also in this signature in particular, I thought I noticed it on the last video when I played it back. I kind of played it through, and I realized that I actually had, let's see if I have it over here. I actually had this page in here, and it already had a page like that in there in the center, so I actually had 2 together. So I replaced it with this one. Ooh. Guess I didn't hold that down very well, did I? But anyway, so I replaced that. Okay, there's one. I usually put a couple of rows of the glue when I sew so that it sinks down in between the stitches. Okay, and this one, see here, the peace signs would be upside down, so you have to kind of pay attention and get them the right way. So this is the second day I worked this week, and then I have tomorrow off. We still have a girl out on medical leave. She was really having some problems. They couldn't figure it out, but she ended up going to a surgeon today, and I think they're going to end up doing a hysterectomy. I'm not sure. So I will be working also Thursday, Friday, and then I'm not sure next week. And after that, like, I don't know if they'll get her right in to do the surgery and what her recovery will be like. So I'll probably still be working 4 days after that until she feels well enough to come back. So that all that does is it really just limits my, you know, my drawing time, my crafting time, my journaling time, which I can do in the evenings. But I also have been watching the Olympics too, so luckily I gave up cable about a year ago, and I bought just an antenna, and it actually hooks on the back of the TV, and there's a wire that goes up my wall, and Velcro little dots that hold this little like mat, looks like a rubber mat, and the antenna's in there somewhere. And every now and then, every couple of months or so, you have to scan for channels. But I didn't buy the most expensive, so I really assumed I was only going to get about 13 channels, but I get about 30. And I do get like CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox. I get Court TV, and that I don't get, like, I used to enjoy like Lifetime, you know, all the DIY channels and stuff like that. But anyways, with Netflix and Hulu and Prime, there's certainly enough on there to watch. But what's cool is that I am getting the Olympics, so that's kind of nice. Okay, so we have our belly bands on, and I thought we'd go ahead and maybe decorate those. I'm not really sure. I think I'll lay them out and we'll see. I like this with the yellow. I'm thinking of putting maybe this yellow flower, or possibly the scrunchie. I don't know if you know the Visco girls, but they have, it's all the 80s. I don't know. It's hard for me to look at pictures and decide if they're part of that type of thing, because the 80s isn't that old. I mean, you know, for me, it's not that old. So, but the kids, like my granddaughters and that, who are all into that stuff, they, you know, like the whole scrunchie thing in that. It's so funny because that doesn't seem like a fad. You know what I mean? That's just like what we wore. So, I don't know. Kind of different. Oh, and then I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do any kind of distressing on this. And I was kind of thinking, I don't have a lot of distress inks, but let me see what I have here. I think I have like candied apple or something like that. Candied apple. I have abandoned coral. Oh, I have this raspberry. I have this raspberry. And I don't know, this candied apples, so I kind of like the raspberry. So let's see if we want to distress. I'm going to take this first page off. Okay, and let's, oh yeah, I like that. And we'll just distress right around the edge. Oh, I like it. And then on the insides of the pages, we can, I'm sure I can find some sort of stencils that we like, and to break up the pages. I also was thinking we could watercolor on some of the pages as well, as long as they're not digitals. Let's see if I can kind of get this on the edge of this. Probably should have done that before I glued it down, but that's okay. That's okay. We can recover. Okay, so let's say, what if we kind of liking that, but I also, let's look first at what we have. And then we could put some words up here, like some sayings or something. I think I like this because this is kind of a reddish color, so. Ooh. Well, he doesn't really fit. He'll have to go on a card, I think. I just was kind of looking at what we had here. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I had another one of those in this pile, and I may emboss some more. But let's. Oh, I like that. We can draw a stem on here. See what else we got. Do we have a white? I don't know. Maybe we want the. I think I saw that white. It's so funny how I kind of would like that on a card, I think. So let's do. See, I have the yellow here, so I don't want to use that same graphic. So what if we move these to here and then put the scrunchie on here? Because there's yellow on there. We have these little flowers. Excuse me. Let's see what else we got here. Trying to look at what's going to fit on there. Oh, I kind of like this. Like that. I don't want to put flowers with flowers, so how about if we put these flowers here? And I think we just need to draw a stem on here. I think we're good. So let's go ahead and distress these in the raspberry. This is going to be cute. It's, you know, like I said, it's really like out of my realm, but I think it's going to be really cute. So it's hard when it's something is not necessarily your style to try to come up with different ideas, or, you know, that kind of thing. So it's going to be a real challenge for me, I think. But that's good. Let's do these little ones. Oh, I like those. Oh yeah, I like those. Okay, let's get a little pink on the outside of this. I don't have to do the whole thing, but the last video I noticed that a lot of what I did fell down below the camera, and oh, I felt so bad. But you know, it is a learning curve, and I am videoing with my old phone, not my iPhone, but my Android, because I'm able to leave it right in the camera holder. Let me get some coffee. And hopefully keep it set up until I decide really what I want to do. So it's going to be a real learning curve. And being in here, I have to really adjust lighting in that. So I hope the shadows aren't too awful. Okay, I think some of these we can do right with the glue stick. So let's do that. And I don't know how this is shaking. It's not shaking here, but it may be shaking up there. Oh no, I think I stuck it down to my... Well, talk about looking distressed. There we go. This definitely looks distressed now. But we can fix that. And we will kind of make it look like it's supposed to be like that, which is all right. Right? Let's draw a white line right through here. Probably use my Poscas, but I think this will be okay. I don't have a very steady hand, so it's funny when I'm drawing. I sketch and I don't have a steady hand at all, so I have to fix it. But then when I go to color, I usually do pretty good. Okay, so there's that one. Get the pen to work a little bit better here. Looks good. Okay, so there's that one. Let's do this one next because I have to figure out what I want to do with that stem for that one. So this one we literally just have to glue them on. So maybe I will turn my glue sheet over. And these are a little stiffer, so I'm going to go ahead and use the glitter glue for that. I need my pin. Yeah, much better. Thinking if I put this in here, we could come up with a word for here. I don't know if I have any words that are appropriate here, but I'll look in my word folder and we'll see. Oh my goodness. Try to clear it out a little bit. And I have to give the puppy a bath and brush him out tonight too. He's been in the pool a couple of days and his hair gets really curly and starts to mat up or something, so you got to kind of keep them clean. So I'm going to put this like down a little lower, so if we want to put something up here we can. And then I will figure out what kind of stem I want to make on this. If I want to draw it or maybe use a piece of ribbon or something. Let's see. Okay, so when I emboss this one, it's in gold. I don't know if I can do I don't know if I want to do black or if I have gold. Let me see how this. Oh, I could probably do gold and then I'll line it with white or black. See if this will work. This is a oil-based paint marker. So it takes usually, longer to dry or whatever. But let's may not have a lot of ink in it, so let's see. All I'm doing over here is just dipping it in what I tried to squeeze out a little bit. Okay. Because it's pretty dried out. Okay. Let's see if we can make some leaves. Little pink leaves. Maybe if I have a scrap of, yes, this might work. Oh, I think it'll work. Well, let's try one more. Doing them kind of backwards for me, but I think it'll work. Let's try. I want that direction, so what if we put that up there like that? That one there, and this one, or maybe right down there. I think that'll be fine. So let's see if we can ink those a little bit and get a little edge on them. Oh yeah. I like it. Okay, let's be able to just use our glue stick for that. Oh, there we go. I think that looks cute. Okay. Okay, so we've got those all on. Now let's just look and see if we have any words that match that. Let me see. Just trying to look for some inspiration, type sayings. Like, courage is found in unlikely places. I like that. I could cut that down, right? And then silence has many I kind of like these. see what we have here. Oh, I like these. Let's, okay, this one says believe. I like that. And I think that would be pretty there. And this one says peaceful spirit. And so I think I can divide that in half. Let's see if we can. I like that as well. Okay. And I think this already has a word on it, you know, a little sign. So I don't think we really need a word there. Okay, I'm going to just even up this right here. Okay. And I'll just use the same process to do some other decorating and off camera. That way I'm not, ooh, I kind of like it right there, but I guess I think I like it up here. That way I'm not making a series like, you know, it's 25 videos long. I think once I gain a little bit more experience with getting everything put together and doing the videos, I will be able to get more accomplished during a video. So let's, and then they won't be so many if I want to do a start to finish. Peaceful spirit, I like it. I also watch other videos, people's videos, and their work area is so clean and neat. Not mine. It may start out clean, but when I'm working I have stuff all over the place, so. I'm sure it'll all come together. I'm just, I just want to draw. I want to color. I want to make journals, and I don't want to do the part like clean up this room, organize. Nothing's organized yet. I'm still kind of in construction. Anyways, so here's our belly bands for our covers of our signatures here. I like those. Let's see how much time we have left. We have about 10 minutes. I tried to put the timer on so I could keep track of our time. So we have about 10 minutes. So I was thinking, usually when I do the journals, I make ephemera or pockets or paper clips to go in all three signatures. They may go in different parts of the signatures. They will look different, but basically each signature has some of the same characteristics. So what I thought we'd do is look in our glue book for some pink. Let's see, I gotta move this out of the way because it's right under here. We're gonna look in our glue book. And if you saw my other video, you see that I take scrap papers and glue them in here so I can collage from them. So I'm just going to set these over here. And I pretty much I do them by colors. So I'm going to look for maybe something pink. See if we have pink that's purples. I mean, any of these colors really match that. So that's what's so cool. But here's some pinks. And so, ooh. And see, these have some of the same papers that are in there already. But it might be nice to also do, I saw, oh, this blue might look good in here as well. For tag or pockets or something. Let me just look real quick and see what other papers we have. Oh yes, look at that. Yes, it would. So I'm going to take this page out. And I'm going to take maybe, let's do this page, just because it's the first one I got to. Okay, so, and we can use more, but we'll just start with that because we just have a few minutes. Now, my idea, now these are not covered on the back because they're in part of a book. And I actually, if I'm making tags or journal cards, I would cover the back of this with coffee dyed paper or white paper or something. But what I have in mind is to make some pockets. And so if that's the case, I don't need to cover the backs. So what we need to do is we're going to measure and see. I like to stay about 1/8 of an inch inside of either margin. So if I do that, then I want my pocket to be about 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 by, I don't know, maybe 3. So let's do that. We'll make 5 1/4 by 3. So let's see how wide this is. Okay, so I have plenty. I can make a pocket here, like that. That'll work. So, because I can't get 2 this way, but I can get 2 this way. So if I go 3 this way, I go 3 this way. And then I go 5 1/4. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get, oh, is it? Okay, phew. Okay, Tommy, you need to really double check your measuring. So that's 5 1/4. And let's do another 5 1/4 here. Check your measuring. Look at that. But I really like this. So I'm going to switch this around and cut some of this off. And leave this pink polka dot on here. More of that. All right. So these are 2. And then let's see if we can use our pink sheet, which where did I put it? How about right here? Okay. And we did this way. So we did 3 this way. I think I like this. I think I'm going to trim this right here. Get a straight edge here. Okay. Then I'll do 3. So we'll be using this part instead of this part because this is much brighter in that. Okay. There's 3. Oops. I might need to trim that. Like this little piece of paper was a lot thicker than the rest, so my cutter didn't go all the way through. Okay, we want to do 5 1/4. Okay, and we'll do another 5 1/4. And I do like this, so I'm going to leave it like this and cut this edge off. Okay, so now we have 4. And I just want to look at, I'm going to take these 2 extra sheets right here and just put them with our leftover papers over here. And I want to look and see if there's like a top and a bottom. Like this one, you can see that the writing goes this way. And these, not really. So, I'm going to go ahead and make a little, I'm going to use, these 2 are the same. So let's see, if we put a band here, what's on this page? You'll probably put a band right here. So if that's the case, I don't know if we want to do pink or, okay, here's the key. This page right here, we can turn, okay? So if we turn it, we can either put a blue or a pink, either way. So let's go ahead and see if we need to turn. No, this one's already turned. So let's pick these 2 first. Yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of... Oh, I kind of like those blues, huh? But I think I'm going to do blue there, and on this one we'll do pink. So we just have to decide if we want to do this one, I think. Okay, so that was easily decided. So what we're going to do is go ahead and make our, I'm going to measure the middle real quick. So if we've got 5 1/4, I need 2 5/8. Yeah. So if I do, let me get a pencil. 2 5/8, then my middle would be about there. I don't know, maybe. I'll look on, see what it, yeah, that looks pretty close. Okay. Let's do the same here. Okay, and then we'll do this one. Okay. Okay, so we've got, let's just dress the edges of these. Okay, and I really do want to sew around these because anytime I have a collage sheet, I just do my glue book pages with a glue stick. And although Uhu glue is really, really good, I do like anytime I'm using the collage sheets, I like to sew around it just for the extra strength. So I'm going to go ahead and sew these, but I want to leave them with the journal that we selected, and I will be right back. Okay, we got them all sewn in. So it looks like we're almost out of time. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these in right inside here like this. And then we will decorate next. Well, I'll either decorate off camera or I'll come back and do it if I'm more organized. We'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. Let me see where that fold is. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm not on the fold. One. So like I said, if these were going to be journal cards or tags, I would back them with some copy dyed paper or watercolor paper. But when you're doing a pocket like this, nobody's going to see the inside. So that's not real important. Oh, and I noticed I had more subscribers, and I'm so excited. And I surely appreciate it and thank everybody for sticking with me through this. Growing pains. Okay, and then here's our last one. I was saying all along it's really not my style, all this pink, but I'm actually growing to like it. That's something. It's kind of, it's hard. So I noticed that I picked a lot of like summery type ephemera. And I live in Florida. So you can tell I do love summer. I love the ocean. I live not very far from the ocean. Like literally, if you make all the traffic lights, I am 6 minutes. If you don't make all the traffic lights, it's 10 to 15 minutes. But I'm right over where I live. There's the Indian and Banana rivers, and so I live on the mainland, and then you go just a couple miles and you go across the river, and then you're over on the ocean side, and actually go straight across, and I have my coffee at the beach a lot. Anyways, okay, so that's what we got. So far, we've got our belly bands on the front to hold our something, and we have our first pockets in. So I'm going to go for now. I will come up with some more ideas of where to go from here. I have a lot of this decorating, so I may just kind of try to put it together and see what we have. Maybe cut out some more ephemera. Oh, look at this little guy. I want to put him on somewhere. Anyways. I'm looking for my little flower, my little inspiration piece. That's here somewhere, but there's so much pink all around me, I can't tell. And I want to make sure I didn't put it in here with my words. No. I'll find it. I like keeping it right here because it really is a nice inspiration piece, which is the whole purpose of these journals, or this journal. So I will find it, get it back up here, and we'll be back with the next video. Thank you.